Hello everybody and welcome to another bullet journal video. Today is my 2026 April bullet journal and I went with a very nice flower stand floral theme. I started out with my cover page and did this very cute rolly stand with a bunch of flower pots on top. I even had a little signboard at the bottom left that says April on it, and then I went in and started coloring it. I made the awning black and white stripes, and then I went in and created all the different flowers in the flower pots. All of these have different colors and different varieties in them. Then on the left side of the page, I decided to create this flower bouquet with a bunch of different flowers, and I wrapped it up in brown paper and secured it with a bow. Coloring was definitely my favorite part of this bullet journal theme. It's starting to be spring outside, and so coloring with pastels and very bright colors felt very nice. I'm using my Zebra Mildliner in the brush pen, and this is so nice to get details and shading. Then I went in and colored the other side of the page, still going in with multiple different colors, very vibrant, very fun, very much spring. I had to order new brush pens actually this month because I use them so much that the ink runs out so fast. I definitely use this brown color the most, which is crazy. And then for my calendar page, I did the same sign at the top left and wrote April in it. And then I did the very tedious task of drawing out all my 5x5 boxes. This is the most time-consuming part of this page, but oh, it looks so good and so uniform. I love it. On the left side of the page, I decided to add in similar flower pots as the cover page. I just kind of wanted to take up a lot of space on this page. And then for all the empty space, I put in flower heads of various kinds. And then I went into coloring to really bring this page to life. I thought about doing the flower pots a terracotta color, but I'm super glad that I went with the gray. I think that with all of the colorful flowers, it really balances out having a neutral color as the pot. Then I went in and colored all of my headers for all of the weeks. I labeled those, and then I went in and numbered the boxes. And then moving on to the next page, for my habit tracker, I did a nice cursive title up at the top, and then went in and drew out my individual habit boxes for this month. The page was looking a bit bare, so I decided to put in these flower heads at the top and bottom borders. And then I went in and colored the title of my boxes, and then went and colored in all of my designs. And then I had to just write out all the numbers and the titles of my habits. Moving on to my mood tracker, again I used that cursive script at the top, and then I decided my mood tracker was going to be a bunch of flowers in a flower pot, so I decided to do the same gray flower pot, and then I drew out 30 different roses. I love the way this looks. I love how the stems look in particular. I feel like it just looks very watercolor brushed stroke, and I really like that. For the next page is my playlist page. I just did 6 boxes for the 6 top hits that I'm listening to for the month of April, and then at the bottom I did some wildflowers. And then I just colored everything in. For the brain dump page, keeping this, again, very simple, just did a purple border around the outside, drew a rose, and then gave it a brain dump title. And then for my weekly spread, for week 1, I did that giant sign up in the top left-hand corner, and then I wrote in April week 1. For my days of the weeks, I drew out these colorful boxes, and then I wrote inside the day of the week and the number. And then it was looking a little bit weird, so I just added some black outlining to each of the boxes, and then I colored in my sign. And then I went around and added just a little bit more detail, added some colorful flowers. And this is my final flip through of my April bullet journal for 2026. I love how colorful this theme turned out. It makes me so happy and so excited for spring. I hope you guys are having a lovely spring. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!